Hey, what's going on? It's Fist bringing you the news like I do, and I wanted to talk about the PS4, and all I could say, it was just, some people, I like watch some other people's interviews, and I listen to some other people talk about it, and I don't think they seen what I seen, or what I cared about. I used to love the PS1. I had the PS1. I was a huge PS2 fan. And then I moved to Xbox, and I did buy the PS3, and I just felt like, I was getting a raw deal. I really didn't like the PS3. I didn't like the interface. I didn't like how long it took to get the games going. It just felt like it was a big waste of time. And you can see the video here. They showed some of the games. But I think that, some people said it didn't reach out to them, and they didn't talk more about, they had to see what a system looked like, which really doesn't matter to me. I think the most important thing, and I want to coin this new phrase, like, it says PS4, which is PS4's quad, so I'm just going to call it the Q, and then GIKI, GIKI is the online service that they're quoting it as the best gaming online service ever. Or for gaming. So Sony bought this company a year ago called GIKI, and basically it's a cloud service and how it ties into everything. So I'm going to go ahead and explain to you my opinions and how I feel as a consumer, how this resonated to me, how their performance, how this captured my ear, and why I'm making a video about it. Man, if I didn't care about it, I wouldn't make a video about it. Obviously, I didn't make a video about the Wii U or other consoles or anything like that. And I'm going to reserve my judgment at the end until I see what Microsoft has to say as well. So I've been an Xbox owner and player ever since the original Xbox. I tried with the PS3. It just didn't work out for me. Like I said, it was just too much, and I was just irritated. So anyways, they had this conference, and they talked a lot about how much memory it has, and the optic eyeballs, and the 1280 by 720p sensor, and the new iPad, and the share button, and so on and so forth. I'm just going to touch on the things that were most important to me as a consumer, and why I might come back to the PS4. The major problems that they addressed in this, which made the most sense to me. I live in the United States, and I think they want to capture a lot of the US audience back into, buying their console and their service. So, first off, I do not like PSN. PSN to me is terrible compared to Xbox Live, and that was one of the huge turnoffs. I would buy a game for the PS3, and every game is different. You'd have to buy the game, and if it was specific to a company that was running the game, you would have to get a separate password and a code for that, then download up all the updates. It was a hassle. Like, if you throw a CD into the Xbox, and if it's from a different company, your password and your code that's with the PS3 or with the Xbox signs into every game you buy. And if there's a download that comes in, it's just automatic. It goes right to your Xbox. And it doesn't have to, you don't have to download it and then upload it and all this. And then by the time, it's a big, huge turnoff. And so when they were doing the presentation, they were talking about this with this new GIKI cloud service that they have. That's it. You're not going to have to deal with that no more. Everything is going to be universal, and it just runs right across the board. You just get into the game, and you just want to play. That's it. So I think, the difference between all the, PSN and their whole philosophy of their network not working in tandem with what you're doing, they just kind of wiped the slate clean and made it just seem like it's going to be so much simpler. And I don't know this. I'm just assuming that's what they're saying. With they invested in GIKI, and I don't really even know if they're going to be charging for that service. With this service, you do have to realize you're going to have to be running like 5 up or 5 down. You're going to have some type of internet speed to run this system. So the bottom line is that if they have this cloud service with GIKI, and I'm just, I just call it GIKI. I know it's GAI, KAI, GIKI. I call it GIKI. And if you're gonna run the GIKI, or you're gonna run the GIKI Q, I call it, that's the cloud service is most important to me. With the Sony PlayStation 4, which I call it the Q for quad. If you're gonna run the GIKI quad, the GIKI Q, you have to have everything working together. And if you're not gonna have that, there's no point even coming out with that. And so they made that a point, and I think that's gonna recapture all of the U.S. people back to their system, which is awesome. Because that's one of the main problems I had. I wanted to throw it a disc, I wanted to play it, and it just didn't work that way. And now they have a service that is run separate by an entity that they own. They're not managing it. Sony is not managing PlayStation Network. Now it's GIKI. GIKI is running it. They're running the show on the PS4. And, so here's some of the other points that I really turned me on about the PS4. The fact that there's a touchpad. The handles are longer on the stick. And the share button, I don't know about that. You'd be playing Call of Duty, and then let's say you want somebody else to get the gameplay. It's kind of like sharing your computer, and if somebody has your code, they can tap into your share button, and they can start playing your game for you. I don't know about that, how that would be in competitive gaming, where somebody could just jump in and play, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't seem right. But the fact that the sharing and the socializing from going from your iPad to your PV to to any device, while your kids are playing, it just seems like it's more orientated towards, like a family type person who gets the game, they just want to relax and get down. Sometimes your kid jumps on, so now they can just switch that signal over to another device and play, which I like. And I like the fact that you could socialize. I mean, you could capture straight from your cloud service or from GIKI, straight from the system, and you can upload to YouTube and or Twitter or wherever you want to go and socialize with Facebook, and it's all connected. And they got a new contract with Ustream, so you can stream straight from your hard drive to Ustream, which is awesome. As you can see, I got Ustream on the top of my channel here. So the thing about it is that I really like the fact that they are, I guess you could say it's like they're jacking Apple's ideas, but I don't really care. I've always said that if you can take somebody's ideas and make it better by 1%, go for it. And I like everything I'm seeing from the PS4. I like the new design on the controller sticks. I like the socialization in the social stratosphere. That's one of my big words. I love that. I love that it's all encompassing. I love the fact that I could switch out. I love the fact that now they have a real gaming service. GIKI. The question is, we didn't see the console, which I don't really care to see it. It doesn't matter to me. The question is how much are the games going to be, and how much are you going to have to pay for a service, and are those people going to be mixing with each other? That's the most important thing. The other thing, I like the fact that the cloud service would be able to store the whole library of all the PlayStation games, all the way back to PS1, which is amazing. So I really hated the PS3, and with this, I mean, they cut the timeout. You get into the game, you can share with people. It just seems like a better idea than what Xbox Live is offering right now. And the HUD, they showed you the HUD, the display, the way the interface is so smooth now. And I'm really waiting to see what Microsoft is. What's their answer to this? I mean, I don't see anything that they could do better or equaling them. And the service is amazing. The new engines from Capcom are amazing. The what is it? Panty Raid. People have been calling it. They call it Panty Raid. That's what it sounds like. Renny Raid or something like that. But they say that the new engines, and there's no boundaries on the engines for these games. So I'm really looking forward to the PS4. I really am this time. I was I was totally disheartened with the PS3. I really hated it, and I didn't see. And the PSN was horrible. The games loaded, signing and all. It just seemed like Sony didn't care about the service, and it seems like they're focusing on socializing and service, and that's what I care about. And as a consumer in America that plays games, that's what's most important to me. When I get on, I want to put a disc on. I want to be sharing all my information, and I want to be able to game with my friends instantaneously, talk to them, I want to reach out and touch people and do it fast. I don't want to be sitting around waiting. So the thing is, your time is precious, and they're taking you out of the line with the PS4. I appreciate this. And as a consumer, if this turns out the way I'm thinking it is, I'm just assuming. And before I see the Xbox conference, right now, I really like what the PS4 has to say, and they really got my attention. I just have to see, I don't mind if it costs money for the service for GIKI, and I want to see what the games are going to cost, and that's it. Other than that, I just want to see if the support is there. I know Sony always hypes stuff up, and they get you to jump on the train, and at the end of the day, I think, I think this is like a PS2 thing. They're really serious about it, and they want to come back. But that's my opinions on it. If I missed anything, please leave comments below. I'm really feeling it. I hope it works out. Until next time. Peace, I'm out.